It's that time of the league where Badger does a little bit of Badger science. We've got 50 Einhar missions in Turn's End and 50 Einhar missions in Lira Arthain. Which one is the better profit region? Find out today. Welcome, it's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I'm back for a video about farming this time. Well, not really farming, let's call it capturing with my good friend Einhar. Yes, today we decided to farm 100 Einhar missions to see which is the most profitable way on the Atlas as a solo player to farm your Einhar beasts. Now, just a forward, this is not completely juicing your Einhar maps. This is not... I know there's a thing that people do with multi-boxing, so running multiple computers with multiple accounts. Not even multiple computers, just running multiple accounts on the same computer to get basically 6 times the amount of beasts. That is not what we're doing here. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that's against TOS as well. We're running them completely solo, trying to figure out what the profit on red beasts are. So we're not talking about the profit on selling bulk yellow beasts. Today, we're just talking about the profit of red beasts. So we ran 100 maps in total, and we ran 50 maps in Lira Arthain, with the beasts are more likely to become less common varieties, and the Mighty Hunter here, but mainly just natural selection, this one here, to see if we could get some good less common varieties. And then we ran 50 maps in Turn's End. So Turn's End is going to give us red beasts have a 15% chance to appear in pairs, and yellow beasts have a 30% chance to be replaced with red beasts as well, so that's a very strong node. Then the Great Migration, 5% chance to contain additional packs of beasts instead of other monsters. So out of everything that we farmed, 50 maps, we got this many beasts from the first set from Lira Arthain, and then this many beasts from the second set, which is a little bit interesting right there. But I'm going to go over exactly the costs of all of these red beasts. We only took red beasts that have a cost of 5 chaos and above on the market, and we're pricing everything on PoE.ninja and cross-pricing with Awakened PoE trade as well right there, just to make sure it's all working properly. Right before I talk about everything else, we're also going to talk about the watchstones that we used. We used 4 Lira Arthain four titanium watchstones in each of them, either with red beasts in areas to be the less common of 2 varieties, or being increased chance to be from the wilds. Now, the wilds has the best kind of group of monsters that give you the most currency. You've got your Pharaoh Wolf and Pharaoh Lynx Alpha. You've then also got the Pharaoh Tiger Alpha, which opens a portal to the lair of Phewee himself. So we ran, I think in this region, we ran 2 with the chance to become the less common of 2 varieties, and 2 to be from the wilds. And then in the other areas, we ran 3, I think, with a chance to be from the wilds. Yep. And then 1 with the chance to be copy beasts in areas. 10% chance to create a copy. So that's what we ran in those 2 zones. Very similar types of watchstones. 1 mod each that kind of helped. But let's talk over what we actually made. And to do that, we're going to go to a spreadsheet right here. So this is our spreadsheet. So right to begin with, you can see that there's only 5 different type of beasts here that we caught that, you know, were actually worth something, and 6 in Turn's End right here. We can see right here that in total, 127 chaos in 50 maps of red beasts. It's not really a lot, but you know, it's a little bit. But obviously, we had to minus the cost of the bestiary orbs themselves, which are 1 chaos per beast itself. 118 grand total for Lira Arthain. And then Turn's End, we had 162 chaos, 12 different beasts, so 150 chaos grand total, which is just 3 chaos a map, basically, in red beasts you're getting back. So, obviously, as I said, we're not tallying up the yellow beasts at all. We're not tallying up any of the other stuff that we got from the maps themselves. It's just those beasts.
When I'm ready, and not before.
So, you can see here, that's pretty much everything that we did get. Do I think that it's worth it to focus on farming beasts at this level? So this is, you know, a very low to medium investment, basically. And I would say that no, it's not worth it. You can very much invest your time in other places. However, I would say that using things such as lures, which you can get from Ashabi or you can buy them on the market, lures just give like extra chance for them to be from, or more beasts that are from, say, like the wilds or something like that. Using them in Lira Arthain to be the less common varieties right here. Lures in Lira Arthain are really, really good. But I would also say that using like gilded bestiary scarabs would be worth it with this method. But you'd really have to use gilded bestiary scarabs every single time to get a bunch more red beasts. I would even say that natural selection red beasts as well. If you're juicing everything up, even though Lira Arthain gave us the least amount, it's probably going to be better here. The last thing that I will mention is in Turn's End. You can see this 5% chance to contain additional packs of beasts instead of other monsters. This Great Migration, in the 50 maps that we ran, the average is 2 to 3 times this proccing. It only procced once for us. So if it procced 2 or 3 times, we would have made a bit more money back in this zone, which would have meant that the 150 chaos here probably would be closer to 160 to 180 chaos, I would say, if that procced a little bit more. So that's something else to keep in mind. On average, this should be, oopsies, this should be a little bit of a higher price right there. So the takeaway here is if you're just going to be randomly running your beasts, your Einhars, do run them in these zones. However, it's not crazy profitable. You can make more money focusing on like Legion in what's the zone? Legion in no, not New New Vastir. Legion in New Vastir is very, very strong if you can clear legions very quickly. Even just like farming Harvest in Hayward Hamlet, very strong as well. Even the Perandus in Lexadoros is very good. We'll be doing a few more experiments over the days to really figure out, you know, some interesting strategies on the Atlas at low to medium investment. We're not talking about like 100% delirium farming on this channel. What we do is the farming for the average Joe. So just running maps, you know, not really paying too much attention to if every map is fully qualityed up and has the most juice it can. Just running maps and seeing what kind of money we can get back from them. Einhar, little bit disappointing, but that's the end of the video. If you liked this kind of content, you want to see more of it, hit that sub button down below, or you can come catch us live at twitch.tv/thisisbadger. And there's a link down below there as well if you want to check that out. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Hope you're all having a lovely day, and until next time, Badger out.